I'm Decay and you're to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, and today we're back on the world to get started on the very next project we have lined up, which is our Allosaurus exhibit. Which, if we take a nice little journey past some of the stuff we've previously started working on with the Brachiosaurs, which we finished off last episode, we run all the way over to this area, which really isn't much of a run. We end up, if I can get out of these trees here, in this vague area, and this is around where the Allosaurus is going. Now, I'm not exactly sure on all the specifics of where it's going to end up and all that stuff, and you know, whatever. I am somewhat thinking it's going to be maybe not directly behind the Diplodocus, like right there, but it's going to be somewhere in this general vicinity, and I think it should turn out very cool. Obviously, the first things we're probably going to need to do is, as the sun sets, of course, work a bit on our waterfalls and all the terrain back here and kind of get this more finished up, and then work on bringing pathways over. So I don't think we're actually going to start the enclosure today. I think today's more going to just be a get things set up so next episode we can actually get to the exhibit kind of stuff. We'll see what happens. But I think it should turn out very cool. And yeah, I'm going to get started on some of that work, and I'll bring you guys back in when A, it's daytime, and B, when some stuff has happened. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, everybody, we're back, and I have gotten the first little bit of work done on the whole process, which was kind of a bit of a haphazard thing because I started working over there, removing trees, and then over there, removing trees, and then over here, and then was gonna go start working over there doing terraining. There's a lot of stuff going on with this project, and I think it might be slightly more complicated than I kind of was gonna give it credit for. But, to show off what I've worked on, this is bridge part 1. I don't know if this is the final bridge we're gonna stick with. I kind of have it just basically sticking as a straight line off of that, and I think it looks all right. Only problem that it presents here is, well, that it kind of blocks off the waterfall. I did remove all the water because, although it looked cool, it was really annoying for building. So, yeah, you can't really see, especially once railing would go up, you couldn't really see this waterfall. So now I'm thinking, like, either A, we extend this little bit of ground, because I kind of want this, as long as this is going, I think that's fine. I'm considering maybe extending it out this way a bit, and then having the bridge go across to there, and then maybe building like a bit of a mountain path type thing. Maybe that's what we'll do. Because, I don't know, I'd like to be able to keep the waterfall and not have to do tons of rebuilding. Anyway, that's not the only thing I did. I spent forever breaking trees, and eventually I just, as you can kind of tell from here, took to lighting them on fire because there were so many trees over here, and if we were gonna finish terraining, I was gonna have to get rid of all of them, and that sounded like a nightmare to do by hand. So I just started burning stuff down, and it somewhat better results, or it was at least faster and less work I had to personally do. It didn't quite work properly over here, but that's fine. You know, we don't need to get all of it. I mean, that's all the stuff I collected and didn't burn. And this is like the 3rd or 4th flint and steel I've used for this so far. So yeah, lots of work, lots of stuff happening. But I think this area is starting to set up pretty well. I am wondering about these waterfalls because, see, I like to somewhat make my water stuff realistic, and I was originally going to have another platform up here. I don't think we're going to do any platforms up here at the end of the day. I'm kind of realizing now, purely just because I don't think we need one. I think from there and there you get good enough views, and a good enough view from there as well. So I don't think we need one back here, so I'm not going to do one anymore. Also, so that way I don't have to actually build the river, because if you can see the river for, like, the river feeding this waterfall for a super long time, to get it to look somewhat realistic, I'm going to have to get the waterfalls, like this custom river, to lead all the way up to that mountain up there. And I don't want to do that. So yeah, or I guess hook up back into there, but still don't want to do that. So I'll probably try and link the two of these up at some point. But yeah, basically the new plan to a degree is to kind of have the pathway either go up into here, come around here somewhere, or even, I guess part of me is thinking, come into here and then have a tunnel going out this way. Oh, monsters. Oh no. That's not good. And just kind of have something like that kind of feed in. Anyway, yeah, I don't really have any super concrete plans as of yet, but I'm gonna get back to work. Maybe I should get some like wool or something and just start outlining where the hill's gonna end and like where the exhibit will begin. I'm thinking the exhibit's either gonna be somewhere up here or down in this valley here. I think either of those would be a good spot. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to work, get all that stuff started, and I'll bring you guys back in when there's a bit of progress. All right, everyone, we're back, and I have been doing a crazy amount of building. We have a bridge. We have a bridge, people. And we have the waterfalls and the river, and yes. Oh, this is taking a ridiculous amount of time. I don't even know if it looks like that much, but so much has happened build-wise. We have new rock wall right here. We have the bridge. I've brought terrain up. I've been working on the terrain of the waterfalls. This is our bridge. My throat, yikes. Me be a very professional YouTuber and take a drink. Yeah, that's our bridge. And there's some remodeled terrain and more remodeled terrain. Like, I've had to do a lot so far to try and get this project moving along. As you can see, the glass barrier does overhang the actual cliff, and I think that's actually okay for the most part. It may not look the greatest, but I mean, the other thing is I kind of realized you don't even really see it, and won't even really see it even when we've got that eventually put up, probably because I'll put some bushes or trees around here. So when you hop all the way over this way to this spot, yeah, I mean, even from here, it doesn't even look all that bad. So yeah, it's not really super noticeable, and I think it's gonna be fine. But yeah, man, it's funny to me because I've spent most of this episode building a bridge and taking down trees and then planting a few more trees. And the goal of this episode, again, was to start getting the Allosaurus exhibit ready, and I've done nothing for that. Well, I guess, I mean, we've prepared the land for it, but man, this has really turned out to be a pretty hefty project. I'm also unsure with what I want to do here with the pathway. Part of me is thinking we're just gonna have it be a 90-degree angle and it'll just head this way and maybe head straight there. Part of me is thinking we'll have a tunnel. And then finally, I'm also kind of thinking maybe I'll just dig this back even more and then make a nice little curve in the pathway that will then curve again over here, taking you probably up to this point somewhere, and then over here to the Allosaurus exhibit. But we'll see if that happens or not. Man, it's been lots and lots and lots of work. I don't even know if I have time to continue working, because I've kind of, so this isn't the first iteration of the bridge, it's like the third iteration of it, and the terrain and stuff. It's been about a day and a half since the last clip, basically, and I'm realizing this episode is probably not very long. So I want to do a bit more, but I'm also not like sure how much time I have left to do stuff. I want to see, actually, do we even have a way up anymore? We may not have a way up anymore. I may have gotten rid of my way out of the enclosure for the most part. Oh, no, we've still got, I guess, like this. And that waterfall is super loud. I mean, I'm sure from the tower that the bridge looks cool and stuff. So I'm trying to look over here real quick. What do we need to do? What would I like to get done? I don't think we're gonna get anything done over here today. I just don't really have the motivation or the time, but I would like to see if I can get the terrain, the waterfall, so like that stuff there, this stuff here, and the wall here kind of finished up, get all that done, and I think that'd be a pretty good place to leave it off for today. Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty decent place. That's a good amount of work to get done for this. I think so, at least, hopefully. Oh yeah, and that's gonna look super cool. Also, actually, you know what? That's one thing I wanted to mention, that I meant to mention, I think in the last clip, but I completely forgot about. I want to start doing some more stuff with the park. So obviously we've talked a lot about buildings and stuff like that and how we got to do more buildings in the zoo. But I also think we need to just do more decorations as well. And when I say decorations, I mean things like this waterfall. We need to do more like just bits where there isn't an enclosure, where it's just something nice. Like way over there by the bridges that lead over to like the bug house and stuff. We have a pond. Not connected to any exhibit, not part of an exhibit, just a pond. And I think it'd be cool to have more stuff like that around here. Especially since this area is starting to remind me a bit of our Ice Age area in that regard, like with just this cool kind of forest mountain hike kind of feel to it. I think it would be a good idea to do stuff like that. And just kind of, I don't know, give it a bit more of a cool feel. And do more like natural decorations with it. I think that'd be a cool idea. Anyway, I'm going to get a bit more work done on this build, and I'll bring you guys back when I finish as much of the terrain as I can stomach. And we're back, and this is what I did. I like it. I just basically started finishing off the top of that, but already, just even with a few trees in there, some rocks, and with the grass starting to grow in, it's... I love this. I mean, I loved the idea originally, back when I was, wait, so this is like episode 110 or 111, right? This was started like episode 50 something. So it's been like 60 episodes, and it's been months since we came up with this idea originally. And now we're finally just building it, and man, it is very worth it. I think the multi-tiered waterfall system is cool. I think it looks super pretty. And, you know, originally I wasn't very sure if I wanted to have, you know, like something like the Brachiosaurus exhibit, like, and the Diplodocus exhibit supernaturally lead into it. But I love the fact that it just kind of naturally continues from that exhibit into this one, creates this nice natural barrier, which the dinosaurs realistically won't really go past, one, because the trees, and two, it's like a massive cliff face. If they can get through all this and escape, honestly, props to the Brachiosaurus, they deserve to be free at that point. But yeah, I don't know, I just really love how this has turned out. I think it's super pretty. I love this. It's amazing. I think this is gonna make this area really cool. I really do. Let's see, if we hop up here real quick. I did a bit more work you can't really see from here. Can even get around there really easily. Kind of put the trees in and didn't think about having to walk back up from this side, which may have been a mistake. We can just swim up, I guess. Also, the waterfall up here just kind of goes to back there, and that's it. That's about as far as I really plan on taking it. I don't really see a need to go any farther. Anyway, I brought up all the dirt here and just kind of capped it off, kind of making the hill a bit more, or I guess the mountain now, a bit more hilly, I guess, and I think it's starting to look really good. I think this whole area is looking really awesome, and I'm very excited to see about linking this into the Allosaurus exhibit, and finding a dynamic and interesting way to do that. But yeah, that's this. Let me see if we have a bed over there so I can sleep real quick. But I think that's about the end of the episode anyway. I mean, I don't really have anything much else I have time to do. And I'm kind of running out of ideas for like today on exactly how I want this all to look. But man, with what we have, I think it's really starting to look good. I think this whole area is getting a super cool, awesome look to it. And I know rebuilds aren't always the favorites, but man, sometimes they're just awesome. Oh, I guess we can kind of see in the dark. Well, because since I can't find a bed nearby, I want to see how this looks from the bridge and stuff look from the watchtower. Man, that looks fine. Okay, I was just wanted to make sure it didn't look like super terrible or anything. But yeah, I think that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the little waterfall build and paths and stuff in the bridge. I really like the bridge as well. I think it's super cool. And I think I said this already, but we don't have enough bridges in the park. I need to do more, and I'm very happy I've done a bridge. But yeah, so next episode, I'm I am going to make sure we start the Allosaurus exhibit true and proper and start working towards getting it into the park. But yeah, for now, thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, see ya.